White gang, what up, man? We back, you feel me? Look, we about to get into this video, man. Whew. Only thing I think, Diddy, you might be going to jail, my boy. I ain't even gonna hold you. Let's get right to this video real quick, though, man. Yes, sir.
Over 27 years after the shooting death of Tupac Shakur, Las Vegas police have finally made an arrest in connection to the rapper's long unsolved murder. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, the self-proclaimed last living person involved in the September 1996 drive-by shooting that ultimately claimed Shakur's life at the age of 25, was charged Friday with murder with the use of a deadly weapon. Davis signed his own arrest warrant in recent years following the release of his memoir, Compton Street Legend, which detailed the Crip members of...
Hold up. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was too busy trying, you know. I'm high, bro. I'm high. I gotta run that shit back, cause I gotta run that shit back. I'm a little...
claimed last living person involved in the September 1990 murder. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, the self-proclaimed last living person involved in the September 1996 drive-by shooting that ultimately claimed Shakur's life at the age of 25, was charged Friday with murder with the use of a deadly weapon. Davis signed his own arrest warrant in recent years following the release of his memoir.
So hold up. This dude was the only person left in the car. Hold up. So they know who shot. They know who shot, right? Hold up. They know who shot. They said he the last person that was in the car. Bro, what?
Compton Street Legend, which detailed the Crip members' alleged involvement in Shakur's murder. The infamous Suge Knight, former Death Row Records CEO, and I are the only living eyewitnesses to the deadly confrontation. So yes, you heard that correctly. This guy released a book that kind of self-snitched on himself, and he also has talked about this in Vlad TV interviews. So this guy is the definition of self-snitched. He's only charged with this murder right now, but he's self-snitched, bro. He might actually...
Bro, what? I'm confused as fuck right now. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm confused right now. This man told on himself? Nah. He couldn't have told on himself.
Actually get convicted of murder via self-snitching. Like, how dumb could you be?
Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, 27 years.
Yo, look, man. Like, sometimes you want the clout and shit. Like, that ain't the way to get the clout, man.
27 years. For 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice. We are here today to announce the arrest of 60-year-old Dwayne Keith Davis, a.k.a. Keefe D., for the murder of Tupac Shakur. Davis was arrested this morning by my LBMPD criminal apprehension team, and this investigation started on the night of September 7th, 1996.
You can kind of tell that this sheriff is baffled that this is even happening. I mean, this is a moment in history. One of the most iconic rappers. Murders possibly
history.
Solved.
Really decades of work by the men and women of our homicide section. Several of those detectives that are standing here with us include Detective Cliff Mogg, the lead detective on this case. He is now retired. Well, I know there's been many people
yeah, retired. That was mad long ago.
Was important to this police department. I'm here to tell you that was simply not the case. It was not the case back then, and it is not the case today. Our goal at LBMPD has always been to hold those accountable and responsible for Tupac's violent murder, just like we do for every homicide victim in our city. Every single victim.
Nah, not like y'all ride for Tupac, man.
Is important and remains a priority to this police department. Mr. Davis's own
He
words
just did some dumb shit.
reinvigorated our case in 2018.
His own words reinvigorated our case 5 years ago. How stupid are you, dude? Bro self-snitched.
Bro is stupid as fuck.
Iconic rapper's deaths, he self-snitched. I'm baffled. Baffled.
My name's Jason Johansson, and I'm the homicide lieutenant with the Las Vegas
Shit, I'm
Metropolitan
baffled
Department.
too.
And my goal here today is to walk you through our investigation and what led us to the indictment
be stupid
of
as
Dwayne
shit.
Davis,
Do some
also known as KVD, for the murder
Bro,
of Tupac Shakur.
people
This
be
case
wildin',
has
bro.
been reviewed by our homicide team and homicide detectives for over 2.5 decades. And ultimately, our persistence in this investigation has paid off. Let me walk you through a timeline of events.
I'm saying though, like, if that was you telling on yourself too, like later on, you know what I'm saying? Like, is you telling on yourself too, like to sell a book or something? Like, dumb as hell, bro. Like I don't know if y'all know, but there's no statute of limitation for murder and fraud. You feel me? So you can pretty much have and rape, murder, fraud, rape, probably kidnap too. But yeah, but definitely murder, bro. You'll be running forever for that on that charge. You feel me? Can't be doing no shit like that. So for you to come and tell on yourself, that you stupid as hell, bro. Like I don't.
As we know them right now. Prior to September 7th of 1996,
What the heck,
as
bro?
we all know, Tupac Shakur was a artist who was signed with Death Row Records. And that Death Row Records and its CEO, Mary Suge Knight, were closely affiliated with the Mob Piru criminal street gang, and that they had an ongoing feud with the Southside Compton Crips. Dwayne Davis was the leader and shot caller of the Southside Compton Crips. Both of these gangs operated out of the Southern California area of Compton. Tupac Shakur, along with Suge Knight and members of their entourage, which include members of Mob Piru, came to Vegas to attend the Mike Tyson fight at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Members of the Southside Compton Crips, which included Dwayne, along with his nephew Orlando Anderson, were also in attendance at the same event. As both were leaving the fight, members of Death Row Records spotted Orlando Anderson near an elevator bay inside the MGM, and at that time they began to kick and punch him near that elevator.
Start jumping that
the guy
bull.
that they're talking about, I believe, is dead as well. He died like 2 years after Tupac died. Just to point that out, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they
he
got
died
their
in
lick
that
back,
year.
nigga.
Following this incident, Tupac and Suge Knight both left the MGM to make their way to a post-fight party, which was to occur at a local nightclub. At the same time, word had spread amongst members of the Southside Compton Crips of what had occurred inside the MGM. Dwayne Davis began to devise a plan to obtain a firearm and retaliate against Suge Knight and Mr. Shakur for what occurred inside the hotel against Mr. Anderson. After Davis obtained a gun, he entered into a white Cadillac along with Terrence Brown, DeAndre Smith, and Orlando Anderson. Based on our investigation,
Everyone's deceased besides him. That's wild. All three of the other people in the car. Actually, Keefe D was in the.
So what they gonna charge?
at
You
some
feel
point
me?
in time, as they were
The
in
only
the white Cadillac,
motherfucker
Davis
alive?
took the gun that he had
Duh.
obtained and provided it to the passenger.
The only motherfucker
who
writing
received
a
the
book
vehicle.
about
As they
it.
were driving west on Flamingo Road near Koval, they had located the black BMW, which was driven by Suge Knight, and the passenger seat was Tupac Shakur. And as they turned around, they pulled up near the passenger side of that vehicle and immediately began shooting at Mr. Knight and Mr. Shakur.
Them
Following
boys
that
is
shooting,
mad.
the white Cadillac fled the area southbound on Koval, and after officers arrived on scene, Tupac was later transported to the University Medical Center, where he was treated medically and died approximately 6 days later on September 13th. My homicide section handled this investigation from its onset, and within a short amount of time, what we knew was that we were working at gang
6
investigation.
days
Our
later.
victims, our witnesses, and our suspects from Southern California and not local to Las Vegas. The first few months of the investigation, our detectives knew most of the information I just briefed you on. However, we never had the necessary evidence to bring this case forward and present it for criminal charges.
Isn't that crazy? You know how many murders out there where detectives probably know who did it, but they can't fucking prove it?
As time went on, this case had been reviewed multiple
Right.
times by different investigators assigned to my section,
Oh.
but it wasn't until 2018
Oh.
that this case was reinvigorated as additional information came to light related to this homicide. Specifically, Dwayne Davis' own admissions to his involvement in this homicide investigation that he provided to numerous different media outlets.
Bro, self-snitched. What a... I'm still baffled that this is happening. What an idiot, dude.
In our section, we knew at this time this was likely our last time to take a run at this case to successfully solve this case and bring forth a criminal charge. It was at that time we've conducted countless interviews and corroborated numerous facts that were not only consistent with the crime scene on the night of the incident, but also corroborated and were consistent with the sequence of events that night. This ultimately led to us procuring a search warrant which was executed at Mr. Davis' residence in Henderson, Nevada. And following the execution of that search warrant, in close coordination with the District Attorney's Office, this case was presented to the grand jury, which ultimately led to Davis being indicted on charges of murder. I would be remiss if I didn't thank Detective Mogg and all the other detectives that were not only
Man.
assigned this case and reviewed
All
this case,
that
but
running,
the other
all
detectives
these
from other
years,
agencies
man.
that assisted us in this investigation.
Just to fuck
They
the
know
run
who
up.
they are, and thank you very much for all the assistance you provided. It does not go unnoticed. One of the most important things, in my opinion, is we need to make this be a reminder that the charge of murder does not have a statute of limitations.
Remember, I was
This
telling
agency
you.
has been and is invested in solving our cold case homicides so that we can bring closure to those families.
You can run for 99 years. They coming to lock your fucking ass up.
Issue with homicides. Well, obviously, every major city has a lot of homicides, but I feel like I remember hearing that they're on a podcast or something that they found so many dead bodies when like a certain body of water near Vegas dried up, and they just found so many bodies in the desert over there. Insane that you're surrounded by desert and they just find buried bodies everywhere. All right, so here's Keefe D right here. He talks to Vlad for 2
That's
hours
crazy.
in like 2 different interviews over the course of the last 5 years, and this is one of the big points right here.
In an interview, Mike Tyson, who was close friends with Tupac, said that he wishes he had 5 minutes in the room with Tupac's killing.
Man, Mike Tyson will fuck you up, bro. Like, you wild. You wild for that. Everybody know Tyson will fuck you up. Like, keep it 100. It's Tyson the man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't talk that shit.
All these dudes and trench, I be hearing them all saying all that old tough guy shit. Them dudes are rappers and boxers. They ain't about that life, dude. You know what I'm saying? They need to stay in their fucking place, dude.
Yo.
I really want to see this. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm trained to go. It's do or die. I'm from the old school, boy, and I'm from Compton, dude. I'm not playing with that shit.
He ain't trying to fight, bitch. He trying to shoot you. You feel me? He ain't playing that shit.
Mike Tyson went 5 minutes in the room with whoever murdered Tupac. See how offended he got? I think he said, "I'm ready to go" too at some point in there. Like, bro,
Y'all some Tupac motherfuckers.
These ads.
Y'all do.
Yeah, but Tupac. Yeah, I love Tupac.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, y'all wish y'all could dig him up. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do not wish I could dig him up.
Let me tell you another thing. Let me tell you another thing. Yeah. Y'all some Tupac motherfuckers. I swear to God.
I like the rest of the
Yo, he crazy, bro. This nigga retarded.
Let me tell you another thing.
When the incident happened, there were 4 people in the car. You're the only living person that was in that car right now. Everyone else has passed away since then. What witnesses were saying, though, was that when they saw the arm stick out the window and do the shooting, it wasn't a skinny arm. It was a bulky, hefty-looking arm.
I was in the passenger seat.
Setting that nigga right up.
I'm not saying it's you.
He
I'm
dumb
saying
as shit. He
it's
answering that
the car.
shit. They setting his
They
ass
said it wasn't a
smooth
skinny
up.
arm that stuck his hand out the window.
Who the witness?
Can't say.
Okay. They lying? Were they there?
Yes. They're there.
Only witness it was Suge Knight and, me. Only 2 persons left. I kind of see this little shit. You know what I'm saying? He trying.
Bro said only 2 people there's only 2 people that was alive. That's alive right now that was there. And that's Suge Knight and me. And he wasn't in the car with Suge Knight. So nigga, he was in the other car, you feel me? Even though we already know that, but bro, why would you even say that? You just a fucking dummy.
I'm to say it's me and all of this shit.
I'm not saying it's you.
He's so full of shit.
You know, based on what the book says, Zip gave you a Glock, gave you guys a Glock.
Nigga writing the shit in a book,
You guys
bro.
tossed it in the backseat. And Bubble Up was a driver.
So all this shit he
Baby
doing on
Lane
these
Freaky
on these
were in the backseat.
We was just all in the car, man.
on
This
these
was a white Cadillac.
interviews
You
and
guys are
shit, that's
driving
pretty much
around
just him
and
just trying to sell
you
his
hear
book,
these
but he
girls
really
say,
don't know
"Tupac,
he's setting
Tupac."
himself up
We
for
coming
failure,
up,
you feel me?
we coming up, got to the light, we supposed to go drink, smoke some weed. He happened to be hanging out the window. He's hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac.
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next?
And we just came, and shit. I ain't gonna go into details like that, you know what I'm saying? But,
Might as well. You already started.
got it in the book, you played it, everything else, you know what I'm saying?
You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out a gun.
It looked like he was reaching, yeah.
So you was there, like you
Did you
you
actually see
seen
the
it,
gun?
you was there.
He got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So
Bro was there.
started shooting at Tupac and Suge.
He looks right at you.
Yeah,
Bro been missing that tooth in the front. That's crazy. He been on. You feel me?
Tupac's busy getting shot. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out
in
of
the back seat or something.
Yeah, what do you see happening inside of their
Jumping
car?
in. I seen a bullet going Suge again. I thought he was dead.
You watched it,
Orlando shot
bro.
across Dre.
He's
You roll down the window, pop.
bro vicious for that shit.
They would drove on my side. I was popped. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side. Right. I'm not gonna go into details on
My bad. My shit. It look like my shit keep losing focus. I keep trying to tap this
you're
shit
not
on the
gonna
low.
go into it, but you pretty much did in a fucking book. There's no statute of limitations for murder. He's fucked. He was in the car helping the situation. Admitted that he would have shot.
Yeah, he was wilding.
So
Let him buy the book.
okay, well, I'm just going to read this passage.
Bro, I want them book sales, dude. Greed is
He
a
want them
disease.
book sales
Suge
bad
was
as
on.
shit. He
Tupac
wilding.
began to reach down beneath his seat. It was the first and only time in my life that I could relate to the police command. Keep your hands where I can see them. Instead, Pac pulled out a strap, and that's when the fireworks started. One of my guys from the back seat grabbed the Glock and started busting back. The first shot skinned Suge in the head, and I thought that motherfucker was dead. I had heard some
Man,
stories.
he's wilding for sales. Don't be out there wilding for sales, nigga. You wildin' for sales, now you going to jail.
And he was the one that I touched.
You wildin'. How you fuck you gonna say you wasn't there?
This guy was directly behind the car and saw shit.
What went through your head when you saw that?
They shoot my nigga.
So,
I believe that anyone in a car that commits a drive-by
They shoot my.
shooting
So you ain't shoot them niggas back, nigga?
is murder. So he
He
kind of
wildin'.
himself, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how they didn't arrest him years ago, but he's been self-snitching since 20.
Bro, self-snitch on himself. Don't be out there killing niggas and snitch on yourself. Bro, seen his man's getting shot in the back. You feel me? He wildin'. Yeah. Both of they are wildin'. You feel me? That whole what? This shit crazy. And he threw Diddy in the mix. You feel me? Diddy. He wildin', man. Look, man. Like and subscribe to this video, man.